5 years ago, Bishop Emeritus Mart Vähi of the Estonian Christian Pentecostal Church founded the Village of Hope on his grandfather's lands.
And this is the cornerstone that was here from my grandfather's time to mark as a landmarker. There was very little when we started here. Actually, there was just the forest. And now we have the roads and the infrastructure and the program.
The Village of Hope is a 10-month Christian drug and alcohol regeneration program for men. There are 12 men on the program at the moment. In order to participate in the program, a person has to pass a comprehensive interview, which helps to decide if they have a sincere wish to allow themselves to be helped.
The motto here for the Village of Hope is to speak the truth in love, because the truth needs to be spoken. If we don't tell a man the truth, we never get to his problems. If we don't do it in love, we hurt, and we're not here to hurt.
A day at the Village of Hope begins at 8 in the morning with a lesson which utilizes training materials specifically prepared for this purpose.
Then there's homework, there's forgiveness letters, there's building up relationships again. That's very necessary because drug addicts and alcoholics have destroyed so much relationships, and they learn to have relationship once again.
At 10:30, the lessons are followed by 5.5 hours of work. Some go to the sawmill, others to the kitchen, according to their skills and abilities. At 12, men receive their lunch. After eating together, they return to work. They have free time in the evenings. This is repeated for 10 months. The men who successfully graduate from the regeneration program can continue on a servant leadership training program. That is how new workers are raised to help others of similar background based on their own experiences and can be good examples to them.
We don't only look to have a guy get free from drug and alcohol, we look to make disciples.
William was one of the first graduates of the Village of Hope program. Before coming to the Village of Hope, William lived on the streets and was a heroin addict.
I came here to the Village of Hope 5 years ago, and before that I was drug addict, using heroin. This continues seven years until year 2003. I came to the Village of Hope. I was homeless, I live in the street, and I find here people who wanted to help me. And today I just learning more every day and giving back to people every day what I've been learning and helping them.
As a successful graduate of the program, William is responsible both for the spiritual growth of the men and the industry at the Village of Hope. Industry and work form an important second pillar of foundation. Addicts often lack work experience. In addition to learning a trade, they also learn good work ethics here.
It's very important to learn them to work effectively, like a team, have a high quality level and all of that.
Work brings out the best of a guy and the worst of a guy. And that's the way we know how to deal with them when these things come forward.
The Village of Hope sawmill has been active for 3 years already. In the future, the proceeds from the mill's output will cover up to 70% of the costs of the village.
We want to keep supporting ourselves, and not only supporting ourselves, but also giving back.
Mart Vähi dreams of expanding and advancing the Village of Hope further. A multifunctional center, a family center, and a study center need to be developed.
We need to raise the level of education in that area, and we want to be the primary source of that education here in Estonia.
All this helps to create a healthy and balanced model of society for men who have found themselves at rock bottom. The Village of Hope is a sustainable project already expanding outside Estonia. By now there is a Village of Hope in Canada led by Mart Vähi's son Andrew, who was also one of the founders of the Village of Hope in Estonia.
We will be working both of these villages of hope. It's kind of nice to say villages of hope in the future. And if the Lord should lead, who knows where the next Village of Hope will be.
Mart Vähi is grateful to all those who have supported the work so far, as without their generous assistance, there would be no Village of Hope.